the New Jersey car, right?
Oh, hey, listen, nigga, shit I was worried about, I ain't worried about no more.
Oh shit, what happened?
Shit, they say he got him on wiretap saying they caught me and I begged for my life. Yeah,
He
I'm
did?
going right along with that story. Huh?
Just like
Yeah.
that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what
Goddamn.
happened. I said, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. That's what he say happened? Yeah, okay, cool.
That's
So
right.
let me ask you something, Adam. You think 20 niggas looking for me begging for my life, don't that that stop a nigga? No, I said, but it did. I broke down on my knees and I begged to Jesus. Yes, Lord. I begged to Jesus and I know it's a God. He said, yeah, they got him on a wiretap right here. Damn, but that's 2022. That nigga phone been hot alone. But you know, he knew his phone was hot. He knew his phone was hot from the Jersey paperwork. Matter of fact, the nigga had a hot phone with the BlackBerry.
That's the original hot phone.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Trap
That's
or
that shit.
Trap Lord Ross thought he was sending Adams. He thought he had him something.
Yeah, Adam said, what up, nigga, what? You got me saying that? No, he's saying that. Well, you gotta ask him why he said that. What you asking me why he said something about me. But let me ask you a question. You think that's gonna stop 20 niggas that's looking for me? No? Oh, okay. But guess what? I'm going along with the story.
Check your text, bro.
Oh, I know.
Uh
See, this is dumb. See
oh.
this?
Let's go.
This is stupid. That's dumb.
Uh oh.
Don't even
Part.
say nothing about it. Just leave it where it's at.
That is burnt the fuck out.
Leave it where it's at.
Oh man, we on fire today.
What the fuck? Baby, I ain't gotta say nothing to you. You know. That's crazy.
And leave that shit right where
Yeah,
it's at.
that is crazy.
That's
Gotta wake up all these niggas telling on this indictment, man. This shit is nasty work. Why is it always up to me? Fuck it. Let me know when y'all.
Let's go, friend.
mm,
That's crazy.
you off mute too. FYI.
Okay.
All right. We got Whack in the building. Here we go. All the overt acts for the Rolling 60 card is what he took down. Listen for Tsu Surf name. His name is Cox. Beginning at least as early as in around 2015, the defendants and other members and associates of the Rolling 60s used social media.
Pink tickets for all the house. Pink tickets for all the house. You on the honest side.
Okay, I'm back. Beginning at least as early as in around 2015, the defendants and other members and associates of the Rolling 60s used social media to include Instagram and Facebook to conduct the business of the enterprise, including raising funds for the enterprise members, referencing penalties for violating the Rolling 60s rules, discussing the initiation of new members, schedule and paying homage to members and associates of the Rolling 60s who were killed. On or about December 2017, Franklin, using Instagram handle user ID 6 Big Kahuna with a 6 sign instead of the B, communicated with another member, associate of the enterprise, co-conspirator 1, regarding illegal drug sales. Specifically, Franklin messaged co-conspirator 1, come to the crib, I need a zip, and stated, put it all in a bag. Co-conspirator 1 Eventually informed Franklin, give a second. I'm gonna call my cousin for you now. And my phone died. I'm gonna hit you soon as it charges up. On or about March 18, 2017, in or around Irvington, Cox and another member, an associate of the enterprise, co-conspirator 2, shot a firearm at a member, an associate of a rival gang known as the Rolling 47 Neighborhood Crips, victim 1, who returned fire. So co-conspirator 2 told on Tsu Surf. On or about March 18, 2017, in or around Irvington, Cox and another member, an associate of the enterprise, co-conspirator 2, shot a firearm at a member, an associate of a rival gang known as the Rolling 47 Neighborhood Crips, who returned fire. So any questions on Cox telling? No. Co-conspirator 2 told on him. On or about April 14, 2018, Cox, using Instagram handle Tsu Surf, advised another individual to travel to the vicinity of South Orange Avenue and Smith Street in order to purchase 1 gram of 3/4 of MDMA, a Schedule 1 controlled substance. On or about April 18th, in the vicinity of South 15th Street and Madison Avenue, Bird, Yarrell, and 2 others worked together to rob victim 2 and victim 3 of approximately 550. On or about May 31st, 2018, in the vicinity of South Orange Avenue and Smith Street, Edmonds and co-conspirator 1 sold narcotics to another individual. On or about May 31st, 2018, in the vicinity of Smith Street between South Orange and Rockland Terrace, Edmonds and co-conspirator 1 possessed with the strength to distribute heroin and cocaine base. On or about August 27th, 2018, Johnson used Instagram user ID Gorilla Gang 60 to advertise that he had stolen cars available for sale, stating, I got some Hot Wheels on December Q7 and Benz, both for 1500, they 17. On or about September 25th, 2018, in the vicinity of South Orange and Salem Street in Newark, Williams, utilizing a 9mm high point pistol, firearm 1, shot at 4 individuals who were sitting in the car hereinafter. Victim 4, victim 5, victim 6, and victim 7. At least 2 of those individuals were members and associates of the Jungle Boys, a rival gang of the Rolling 60s. Victim 4 and 5 suffered gunshot wounds, and victim 4 was left paralyzed. On or about January 30th, 2019, Terry, using Instagram handle ID Rolling TY, and Johnson used Instagram to discuss the sale of approximately stolen credit cards, with Terry asking, what are the ones you want sold, Crip? And Johnson stating, that Chase for sure. Let me see which other ones on the market. On or about March 17, 2019, upon learning of a murder of individual 1, aka Trub, a member and associate of the Rolling 60s, Franklin, using Facebook user ID J60s, contacted Bird, who used Facebook user ID GTWEEKO and ordered Bird to find a stolen car and a firearm to retaliate for individual one's murder, stating, Yo, we need some Will ASAP, like now, explaining, Lou Trobe got shot. Grab something and pull up. Bring that toy, we need that. On or about March 17, 2019, in response to Franklin's messages, Bird, utilizing Facebook user ID CTB, messaged Franklin, all right, hold on. I'm trying to make calls to see if someone go watch his son and Yarel got it. I'm finna text him. So real quick, just to keep in mind that as of right now, all of these overt acts are being proven through their Facebook and IG messages at this point. So go back to that search warrant and see whose Facebook IDs were all listed. And now you're seeing how they're matching those Facebook IDs with actual overt acts, right? So they got the actual search warrants for Facebook IDs, the Instagram handles, and now they're looking at the communication between and matching them up with the actual incidents, right? So let's continue. And when you hear co-conspirator 1, co-conspirator 2, those are all snitches. So we have 2 so far that's actually within the indictment as we're reading it. Let's see. So as of right now, they're basically trying to get a G ride, right? So we're on a G ride because somebody died. On or about March 18th, And remember, Franklin is the leader of the New Jersey car for the 60s, right? So these are all his shoulders he's talking to. On or about March 18th, Bird, utilizing Facebook user ID, blah, 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 messaged Jarrell, who used Facebook user ID, run it up. So all through Facebook, they have all their Facebook. Yo, hit Freak so you can come get that. And later that day, bring that grip to your hood. Yo, I'm in the G Ride with Freak. On or about March 18th, 2017, Bird used his Facebook account with user ID, same user ID, CTB, to contact other individuals in order to locate a vehicle and to obtain a tool to use to steal a vehicle. On or about March 19th, 2019, Williams used Instagram user ID Lil S6G to post the following message. I'm starting a whole lot of trouble for Trob. The message was accompanied by 3 blue heart emojis. On or about March 19, 2019, Franklin used Facebook user ID J60s to advise another individual that he had the paperwork or evidence relating to at least 3 individuals suspected of cooperating with law enforcement. And how ironic he cooperated his damn self. Can't make this shit up. On or about March 20, 2019, after Bird was unable to locate a vehicle, citing childcare issues, Franklin became angry and used Facebook user ID J60 to message Berg. Little nigga, you think you the only motherfucker with kids and priorities, nigga? I got 4 kids and a wife, and I got a job. Ain't nobody begging you to do shit. You signed up for this shit on your own. This will come with it. Ain't my fault you lay down and had a baby with that bitch. Next time, choose better, nigga. That's a cold nigga. On or about March 20, 2019, Bird, in response to Franklin's messages, used Facebook user ID CTB to respond, IGH, but your baby mother don't be on bullshit like my baby mother do, cuz. Now I know I signed up for all of it. I'm saying is give me some time, you heard? Cause I'm gonna get the G Rod. Franklin is the leader of the New Jersey car for the Rolling 60s. He's pressing his little niggas to get some get back for one of the niggas that died. One of the dead homies. On or about March 2019, Bird, in response to Franken messages, one second. On or about March 20th, 2019, in response to Bird messages, Franklin used Facebook user ID J60 to message Bird. Like I said, ain't nobody make you turn Crip. That was your choice. You got a job to do. Get a G ride. Ain't nobody ask you to drive or nothing. Stop faking if you ain't 160 with this shit or 160 with this shit. We don't need you. I told y'all at that meeting you had one job and one job only. You looked a whole set in your face, including Lou Trube, and said you was gonna hold it down, so keep your word. On or about March 20th, 2019, utilizing Facebook user ID J60s, Franklin indicated to another member and associate of the 60s, we at war out here and need some Hot Wheels from niggas. On or about March 20, 2019, utilizing Facebook user ID J60s, Franklin reached out to URL complaining, your, ma- your man band's looking like a fraud out here. You talking about Bird. On or about March 20th, 2019, utilizing Facebook user ID running up TNS, Yarrell communicated with Bird stating, Freak. Freak is Franklin's hood name, I guess. Freak just hit me. You're looking like a fraud out here because you still ain't got no wheels. He knows you the car thief. That's why he's on you. You're the only one in the hood that know how to steal one. On or about March 20, 2019, Williams traveled as a passenger in Franklin's Jeep Cherokee to the vicinity of Irvington High School in Irvington. Here comes the murder. On or about March 20, 2019, once reaching the vicinity of Irvington High School, Williams used firearm 1, which means that they recovered the firearm, right? Williams used firearm 1 to fatally shoot victim 8, a member and associate of the Jungle Boys who was suspected of murdering individual 1, aka Trube. On or about April 2nd, 2019, Yarrell, utilizing Facebook user ID running up TNS, used Facebook to message Bird, who used Facebook user ID CTB. I got $15 apes. On or about May 1st, 2019, Johnson using Instagram ID Gorilla Gang cited co-conspirator 4. So now we have 4 co-conspirators now, or up to 4, for improperly shooting a gun, with co-conspirator 4 explaining shit was by accident, and Johnson responding, if it would have hit him in his head, how you would have felt. Co-conspirator 4 then responded, couldn't have the gun was down, I would have been done up. Johnson instructed, tighten up now, you hammer, before you try to nail something. And co-conspirator 4 responded, "Gotcha, Big Crody." On or about May 29th, 2019, Williams used Instagram user ID little s, I guess it's little six, little s6, s6g, to post a photograph depicting individual one, aka Trube, and individual two, aka Mayhem, with the accompanying message: "Wish the niggas that killed ya wasn't dead so I could kill them again." On or about July 24th, Cox possessed a Beretta PX4 Storm 40 caliber firearm bearing serial number PY44520, loaded with 9 rounds of ammunition, firearm 2, and a 9mm Taurus Brazil PT-111 handgun bearing serial number TCR769115, loaded with 3 rounds of ammunition, firearm 3. So they got firearm 2 and they got firearm 3. And those are basically Cox's firearms. On or about August 6, 2019, Cox used this is Cox's Tsu Surf, by the way. On or about August 6, 2019, Cox used Instagram user ID Tsu Surf to discuss the firearms alleged in Overt Act HH, which law enforcement has seized, admitting they got my 40, which is the firearm number 2, and my 9, which is firearm number 3, together, with several crying emojis adding shit like losing friends. Jesus, bro. On or about August 19, 2019, in the vicinity of West Stratford Place and Union Avenue, Irvington, Warden distributed heroin to another individual. Let's see, this is some marijuana stuff. It says on or about January 7, 2020, in the vicinity of South Orange Avenue and Salem Street in Newark. Obviously, South Orange Avenue is hot as fuck. Edmonds possessed a loaded blacksmith and Wesson 9mm, bearing serial number blah blah blah, as well as approximately 40 glass scenes of fentanyl and approximately 8 bags of cocaine. How much is 40 glass scenes? Is GLASSINES? I've never seen that word before. Glassinese of fentanyl? I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that's like a vowel or something. It says probably grams. Like I got you. On or about January 15, 2020, Williams, utilizing Instagram user ID Lil S6G, discussed his role in the September 25th shooting alleged in Overt Act 1, referencing Victim 5 by Victim 5's nickname Mackie. Specifically, Williams stated to a member and associate of the Rolling 60s, "Fuck that nigga. I shot him and his mans like a year ago. That nigga a snake." And went on to explain, "I had to though. He shot at me first with some op shit, nigga. And so when it was my turn, I just made sure I ain't miss." On or about February 17, 2020, Williams used Instagram user ID Lil S6G to post the following message. "I know the ox like, damn, that's them again. They coming again. I had a dream that I saw that nigga kill Trube with a gun in my hand. He was under me." On or about May 5th, 2020, Williams used Facebook user ID Lil SBSixOWE to communicate with an apparent rival, stating, "If I was you, I would hate me too, my nigga. Something was supposed to happen to me since March 20th." March 20th is when our boy died, so this nigga's stupid. "Something was supposed to happen to me since March 20th. Matter of fact, since September 25th, 2018. Referencing the September 25th shooting alleged in Overt Act 1 and the March 20th homicide alleged in Overt Acts Q through D, D, and GG. What a dumbass. On or about May 6, 2020, Williams used Facebook user ID Lil66Woe to send a video depicting the shooting deaths of victim 8 as alleged in Overt Acts Q through D, D, and GG to a member and associate of the Jungle Boy, stating, "Now watch your mans die again." Holy shit. On or about May 7, 2020, Johnson used Instagram user ID Gorilla Gang to negotiate the sale of a stolen car. Let's see, we got some stolen guns. On or about July 16, 2020, Franklin sent electronic messages to co-conspirator 4, including a cell phone number with the following instructions. Listen real closely to this one, guys. On or about July 16, 2020, Franklin, which is the big homie, right, sent electronic messages to co-conspirator 4, including a cell phone number with the following instructions. That's the 60s homie from LA number. Link with him soon. You get back to LA. I told Cuz you was gonna hit him. Just let him know you freak little homie baby blue. And co-conspirator 4 responded, bet. I'ma be out there tomorrow, cuz. On or about July 2020, Franklin used Instagram handle ID SBG Houdini to comment on social media posts writing, if you a rat, we're gonna kill you, cuz, family or not. On or about October 6th, 2020, Cox, Warden, and other members and associates of the enterprise participated in a group discussion through use of Instagram relating to profiting from the sale of marijuana and shirts, with Cox stating, I don't need niggas as to going with me or nothing. I can handle that. I need help moving. And Warden liking or showing his agreement with Cox's statement. These niggas is doing all this shit through IG. Let's see what else we got. On or about October 10th, 2020, Johnson used an Instagram user ID Gorilla Gang 60, instructed an enterprise member and associate, I need you to mail a 30 magazine up top for me, cuzzo. And the enterprise member associate responded, I set, which is basically bet. I set. Just let me snow. I guess no, but not snow. Cause I can't. On or about October 14th, Yarrell, using Facebook user ID Run It Up, communicated with a member and associate of the enterprise regarding the purchase of a firearm, with Yarrell asking if the cost of a firearm might be decreased from 450 to like 370, 400. Let's see. On or about December 8th, 2020, in Newark, Edmonds possessed a loaded 40 caliber handgun bearing serial number K2A LVN, two 9mm rounds of ammunition, 140 caliber round of ammunition, approximately 10 glassines of heroin, and approximately 10 jugs of cocaine base. Let's see what else we got. On or about January 16th, Warden using Instagram user ID Bossman Stamps and Green using Instagram user ID RR Chase communicated regarding a debt owed by Green to Warden, with Warden stating, you better be on your block and have my cash. I'm about to start tweaking on y'all niggas, fucking my bread up. And Green responding, I'm gonna try to get it right now. I got a new job from 5 to 12. That's why I came out there to get a couple dollars up. I didn't figure I know I owe you. I'm gonna make it right now on a set, cuz. Let's see. On or about January 4th, 2021, Johnson uses ID, Guerrilla Gang negotiated to sell at least one firearm. On or about February 21st, 2021, in the vicinity of Orrington Street and Grafferton Ave in Newark, Terry, co-conspirator 4, and other members and associates of the enterprise carjacked the Kia Sorento from victim 10. Terry, co-conspirator 4, and their co-conspirators displayed firearms to victim 10 as victim 10 sat in a Sereno, and two of the co-conspirators blocked the Sereno's flight from Akil Seoul. On or about February 21st, in the vicinity of Schuler and Eckert Avenue in Newark, Terry and co-conspirator 4 carjacked the Volvo from victim 11 at gunpoint. On February 22nd, co-conspirator 4 used Instagram user ID right bankroll to inform another person, I just hit a lick for a car, come get me. I'm about to see if these cars work. So if you see money on your cash app, that's me. So these guys are scamming too, stealing cars. Let's see. Another robbery. Let's see. Some firearm possessions here. So here we go. On or about March 9th, 2021, after learning of the fatal shooting of a member of the enterprise, Williams used Instagram user ID Little Six to discuss the related arrest of a member and associate of the jungle, stating, I'ma kill him, son. On or about March 11th, 2021, after learning of the fatal shooting of a member of the enterprise, Green used Instagram user ID TryMe60 to communicate with at least one other member and associate of the enterprise to learn the location of a member of the jungle, explaining, I need them little seven niggas. Later informing the member of another enterprise member's recent murder and explaining, yeah, that's why I'm looking for them. On or about March 20th, 21, after learning that other members and associates of the enterprise, including co-conspirator 6, and now we got six fucking snitches, right? Including co-conspirator 6, had shot at a vigil held in memory of victim 8. Williams used Instagram user ID Lil 6 to mock that co-conspirator 6 for letting off 30 rounds, and only shooting somebody in the leg. In response, co-conspirator six stated, "I know you probably mad I ain't complete the mission, but I'm steady hunting. I love you." For True, send shots, gang. Lil Smith boys and Williams responded, "Nah, you green gang. You know I love you forever. It's the attempt that count." So basically, they're making fun of homeboy for shooting up the freaking visual and only shoots somebody in the leg. Let's see. On or about March 29th, 2021, Franklin, who's a G homie, utilizing Instagram user ID Big Six Houdini, sent a message to Warden, who used Instagram user ID Bossman Stamps, informing Warden that Johnson had been poked up in the county by Loke, but, but had been poked up in the county by Loke Ops 200s, meaning that he had been stabbed while in custody by gang rivals. Franklin then ordered Warden to have Try Me Green and them spin or violently retaliate. The two then discussed the gang rivals who murdered the Enterprise member in March 2021 as alleged in overt acts Triple M and Triple N. On or about March 29, 2021, Franklin utilized an Instagram user ID Big Six Houdini sent a message to Warden who used Instagram user ID Bossman Stamps, explaining the importance of recruiting young men to the enterprise by stating, "Cuz, you got to get some young 128 some young boys." I guess 128 some young boys. It only take three to start a whole generation. Cause you know them three gonna bring more niggas. Let's see. On or about April 5th, 2021, Terry Green and a third individual, co-conspirator seven. So now we got seven fucking snitches, right? On or about April 5th, 2021, Terry Green and a third individual, co-conspirator seven, traveled in a stolen Honda sedan, the Honda to the vicinity of Avon Avenue and South 19th Street in Newark, where the occupants used a 9mm firearm 8. So now they have that gun and a 40 caliber firearm 9. They have that one too to shoot victim 13. On or about April 5th, 2021, Terry Green and co-conspirator 7 traveled in the Honda to the vicinity of 14th Avenue and South 17th Street in Newark, where the occupants, how you doing, baby? I'm gonna go to Steve's house. Okay. Love you. Love you too. On or about April 5th, 2021, Terry Green and co-conspirator 7 traveled in a Honda to the vicinity of 14th Avenue and South 17th Street in Newark, where the occupants of the car used firearm 8 and firearm 9 to shoot victim 14. That's on the same date. So that's a date. On or about April 5th, 2021, Terry Green and co-conspirator 7 traveled in that same Honda, right, to the vicinity of 18th Avenue and Alexander Street in Newark, where the three occupants of the car used firearm 8 and 9 to strike victim 15. So on April 5th, we have three shootings so far
Yo,
just on
Prince, the
that date.
complaints in.
What up? Let's go. Where's it at?
It's in the back.
All right, y'all. All right,
Yo, you
y'all.
get that work I just sent you?
We got it. How you want to break it down?
I mean, shit, you break it down. I ain't my expertise.
Let me do
Somebody
what I
just sent
do.
it to me right now. It's United States District Court of the Central District of California. Is that feds? United States of America? Yeah, that's the feds.
Yes, sir.
Now look, this is 3/17/2025. What's today?
19.
So they filed it. I told you that nigga told me a year ago.
Everybody, y'all ready? You ready, Wack? Let's get into it.